This is episode 6 of Dynamically Challenged.
Episode 6.
Is it episode 6?
I
This
think
is a
so.
random number.
Mm-hmm. It's all good. Yeah, we in here.
So
We
what
in.
is this? What's going on your page over there?
You already know. We were talking about it. Look, we've come under a little bit of hate. How dare Patrick say this is trash? We haven't even got started yet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Oh shit. Okay, no. So yeah, just some people like, couple, review here and there, just talking your shit. But you already know. Why don't you just tell me your side of things?
The only thing that I know is, I guess somebody was saying you're doing fake reviews.
Somebody was saying we were doing well. They didn't even mention us by name, but they were just like, people who don't show the discs. Da 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 da.
Well, let me just say, let's just talk about aspiring YouTubers first off.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were doing YouTube about a year before me, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, then I came on, I started reviewing movies, and I
Mm-hmm.
knew that you were reviewing movies as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you reached out to me, and you were
Mm-hmm.
very nice and friendly. We kicked it off. We
Yeah.
grew our friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gave me some tips and stuff on how to get started,
Mm-hmm.
and like the way that my channel grew. I started
No,
doing more
yours
and more
big time,
reviews,
big time. Mm.
and then eventually I guess I got some credibility with like some movie PR people or whatever. Sometimes they would send me movies to review, but most of the
Mm-hmm.
time I would get movies. I would have to buy them,
Yeah.
and I would
Mm-hmm.
get them early.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always a premium price you have to pay to get these movies early.
Tell me about it.
And usually, if you're paying for a movie early, like 2 weeks early, 3 weeks, sometimes a month, you usually only get like the disc, and you don't
Mm-hmm.
get the Blu-ray. You don't get the digital code.
Yeah. True. True.
So it's like we're paying a premium just so we can get the review out earlier than everyone else. I mean, at least
Mm-hmm.
at least when I started off, I was like, I got to get this out before Brass does.
Yeah.
So
No. Mm.
so it's come to my attention, like there are some YouTubers that kind of want to get our connections and like skip the hard work and just reach out to me or you and say, listen, how can I do this too? How can I get things early? Rather than
Mm-hmm.
putting in the work and just kind of skipping the line and going to the end.
And that's the thing. On top of that, it's just, at the end of the day, it's yeah, people want to, I'm always cool to help people or whatever, but at the end of, it's you don't really want to give your contacts away. I mean, that's how you do your thing, So it's just, I'd help in any way I can, but I've had to work to get some contacts because the guy I used to use um, isn't available. Is no longer really available. So I have to make friends with other people. So it's just like, why would you just give that away? I don't understand.
I know, because it took me a good year to get some contacts up, like legit contacts, rather than going other means to pay for movies. And don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, I don't mind paying for movies, but I did used to like to get reviews out earlier than everybody else because this is YouTube. That's what you want to do, right? You want to get the leg up on somebody.
Hmm.
And then at the same time, my channel grew. I started doing more tech stuff, home theater stuff,
Hmm.
and then companies would reach out to me, and I'd be able to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
more
yeah, for
expensive
sure.
stuff and more expensive stuff.
Hmm.
And it's like, why would I help other people, give them my contacts if you're not putting in the work for it?
And usually it's not like they're real friendships anyway. It's just like, hey, how you doing? Listen, how do you get your contacts?
Yeah.
Like what?
It's like I'm friends with like Techno Dad and all the other home theater guys, we
Yeah,
don't share contact information. We know
yeah,
after a while, they grew their channels bigger, and they eventually were like, "Oh, I met so and so at Denon and Morant's." I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, he's a
yeah.
great guy." It was never like, "Hey," I never heard like Techno Dad say, "Hey Shane, could you give me your contact over at Sony or something?"
Hmm.
Like eventually he found his way up there and got the same connections, and that's you got to work your way up, man. You just can't take shortcuts.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. That's why I've got to give credit to AR Media as well, because when he first started reviewing, it was like he got me on Facebook and was just like, "Hey, how you doing? I love your stuff, blah blah blah." And it was just not once was it like just asking for something. You know, I miss the guy too. I want him to, I want him to come back. I know he's on a little bit of a break, but yeah. And there are some cool people out there, but you don't give contacts away. It's
And
just
listen,
not how it works.
you can't make a YouTube channel. They get pissed if people don't want to give you all the fucking eggs in one basket at once.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I
So I
mean,
think
that's
that's I think this is where the whole thing over there on your channel is coming from.
well, yeah. I mean, it's real simple. I've kind of explained it. I just put a video up, guys. For those of you who don't know, we've been kind of accused, and to be honest, it's not just been this specific person. There's been little rumblings of it because Shane and I have both kind of changed our format into how we review things. The reason I don't get in front of the camera is purely because it's just streamlined more, and it's just it was more convenient for me at this time. And the way Shane does his thing is the way he does it. It's just easier for him to 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 do it this way. It's not because we're hiding anything from you guys or whatever. It was just changed. If you go back to our history, if you go back to like the hundreds of videos we've put up, we've always had unboxings and stuff. We've done all of that shit. We were doing it before some of these reviewers were itching in the daddy's panties. So it's just crazy to think otherwise. You know, what can you do?
I mean, I'm here to review the picture and the audio. I'm not here to review the box art. If I do
Mm,
get, if you guys follow us on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, sometimes we'll just throw the artwork up there, or the
yeah,
disc up there.
yeah, and even on my Facebook page, I take screenshots of what I'm watching and everything. It's all there on my Facebook page. Just follow that. I'll tell you something else. Another reason why you probably don't see unboxings from us is because there's no interest. Overall, there's no interest.
Yeah,
You
there's like
know,
a handful of guys. That's it.
yeah, unless it's like a special steel book or something like that, or something very very big. Even then, it's nowhere near anything it should be. So it's another reason why we do that. You
I
know.
think the last one that I unboxed was Gemini Man. That's because they asked me to unbox it, and I had previously did the review a week before.
Hmm. Shane, but I wanted to clear something up. You yourself don't get, in terms of 4K Blu-ray, you don't get what you don't even get review copies. I think you get one or two.
Yeah,
At best.
I get a couple here and there. I think really I've gotten less than 10 maybe in my time on YouTube. But most
See,
of the stuff I
so
just pay for. Yeah.
mm, yeah, shit's expensive.
So sometimes I'll even double dip twice. Like if it's a big movie like Endgame, I'll pay for the
Yeah,
digital, and then I'll do the Blu-ray
yeah.
or the 4K Blu-ray. Yeah.
See, I would do that too, but here in the UK, man, it's just like anyone will tell you who's from the UK, just in terms of iTunes, we get everything much later than yourselves. I knew back in the day when I first got an iTunes account, I knew I should have opened an American account or something. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just crazy over here, bro. Crazy. Gotta wait 2 months and stuff. It's crazy.
This is sad that we have to have this conversation.
Hmm. Yeah, we're reviewing streams or torrents, whatever the hell it is. It's crazy, bro.
It's ridiculous. Yeah,
You know what? But you know what? I don't even care because I think with you less so, but with me, everyone's had an opinion on the way I do reviews and stuff, which is cool. I've never really cared enough. I don't care, right? But the thing is, when you start doing sneaky shit, behind closed doors you're one way, and then in another way you're like, you try and take shots. I don't like that shit. I don't
No,
like that shit.
don't try to be somebody's friend and then call them out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I try to be professional on my channel. Like I just stick to the reviews, stick to the hardware reviews, 4K reviews. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
You
it.
know.
That's it. But it's just some people, and you know what the shame is let's be honest, the 4K community, very small.
Mm-hmm.
There's only really a handful of 4K reviewers out there, and it's
Yeah,
just like,
there's a couple new guys coming up. I think there's
mm-hmm.
that movie guy, 365 or something like that.
Yeah. I see stuff. He seems cool.
Yeah, he does like video every day. He's dedicated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there are some new ones. Yeah, or who I have seen. I think I've left comments for them saying good stuff. Which, and the more, the more, the more people we get reviewing 4K Blu-rays, the better it is. We can never have enough. But what can you do, Shane? What can you do? There's always going to be someone saying shit. But you know what? You know what's messed up is that I'm really not even that surprised.
I know. I mean, this guy wouldn't be the first guy that's tried to do this to me, or you.
Mm-hmm. And this YouTube, man, is big enough for everyone.
Yeah, man. Listen, if you want to do 4K Blu-ray reviews, if you want to be a hardware home theater guy, you can mix them both. I think I'm the only guy that does it, but hey, there's plenty of room. You just gotta be good at it, keep at it, and not let your videos become stale and boring and, you know what I'm saying, mundane. Make it interesting, and then you'll get bigger companies that come approach you.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, whether I'm in front of the camera or not, I don't think I'll have any major company say to me, you know what, we like your HDR analogies, why don't you review something of ours? That's not going to work, is it? I'm going to have to change that up anyway, because shit's getting crazy.
What's it, man? I think is there anything to say on that topic?
Not really. Look, we're going to get haters and stuff. I just find it just weird. Yeah, I'll give you an example. As well. And, I'm just going to say it because I've observed. I mean, especially even in the forums, people are like, all of them are like expert reviewers over there. A couple specifically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what the funny thing is? I've been seeing this off and on regularly. They get their information from torrent sites, right? I'm like, yeah. What the hell? You gonna critique me, and you get your shit from torrent? Come on, man. Shit sounds crazy. That's just something I wanted to point out. Other than that, I don't care about people behind the keyboard.
No.
I do care about the sideways shit.
I wish I got all the movies for free.
Yes, me too.
Do you know what they do? The PR people, they send me like notices that are like, hey, there's a new release coming out, but this is only a request. This is only an announcement. It does not hold all your requests. So I was like, I can never request anything. So I always have to buy all my stuff.
Yeah. But sometimes you find that you can obtain a retail copy before they even post the shit out, right?
Yeah, usually like 3 weeks before time.
Yeah, see, a lot of retail copies. Yeah. A lot of people have retail copies already before they even post the review copies out. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, retail locations always get their movies about a week before the press people can get them to you.
Guys, if you want to hear the full story, once again, just check out my channel. It's the latest video called Fake 4K Reviews. And you can see what I got. I pretty much bottom line everything in there. I just wanted to get your perspective on things, Shane, that's all.